We're going to try a little something different today. This is real up close and personal. But I'm out at lunch, and I just wanted to come and give you my honest all-American review. It's a real gloomy day outside, y'all. It's misty raining. But nonetheless, I saw everybody's tweets last night while watching All-American, and I don't think last night's episode was bad. It was indeed a filler episode, but I don't feel like last night's episode was bad. I don't feel like it was whack either. I just feel like right now we just live in an era where sometimes we're impatient to let the story build, and don't get it confused because I do the same exact thing. I don't let the story build, and sometimes I get impatient with the storyline and I don't give it time to build. But I guess last night or whatever, this morning, watching the episode, I had some patience, and so I think that all in all with All-American's episode last night, I think it was okay. We did pick up with the storyline where we picked up off, because last episode was all about Grace and her getting married to Carter. So we pick up with the storyline about the article. The article is fully written. Basically Olivia is just waiting for one more piece to be written, and it's in regards to interviewing one of the coaches that used to work for Coach Garrett. Come to find out, the coach that used to work for Coach Garrett is Billy's ex-teammate, and he knows him and has a rapport with him. So he tells Olivia, all in all, that I think that I should be the one to go and say something to him about it. I don't think you should go, because I don't want you to blow his cover. I don't want you to blow your cover. I don't want you to feel attacked. I don't want him to look like he's being attacked. And I don't want him to just feel like, he's being bombarded with everything. So Olivia decides to trust her dad with that. And so he goes and he interviews, or he goes and he sits down with his teammate, and he begins talking about, how they went through their injuries in pros, and how they felt like they had a long road ahead of them, and how, some days they were just very doubtful that they would ever play football again. And so basically, he tells his ex-teammate that there's an article coming out about Coach Garrett and how he has been making plans to attack players and to end their careers. So the coach comes and admits to Billy that he started it, but Garrett just ran with it. That's not how the initial plan was to go. His plan was just to start a little shock value, but not to actually injure players and actually, it be life-changing injuries, take them out. And Billy brings up one of the recruits. I mean, not one of the recruits, but one of the players. He actually had he was like a top recruit for the pros, number one actually, and he is basically, his career is on the line. Like, he doesn't know if all that's going to happen for him now. And sometimes these players depend on situations like this, like going to college and having a successful career, because they want to change their lives for their families. And it's just the fact that, these people do this so they can have their lives changed, their families' lives changed. And for something, traumatic to happen, like them getting injured, it's it takes a big toll on their mental and their physical. And, in the end, maybe financially. And so he sits down with the coach and tells, the coach tells him that. And then Billy was like, well, actually, my daughter is the one writing the article. And I think that in order for us to beat Garrett at his own game, we need your word. And with that being said, that's where Billy messed up. Billy should not have told him all of that. I think Billy was talking too much. He got a little too ahead of himself because he was so confident in trusting his friendship with that guy. But when it comes down to situations like this with coaches, just being a former athlete, trusting coaches, it's hard to trust a coach. You know what I'm saying? And especially at the collegiate level, a lot of the coaches do a lot of things for money. And the school gets them to do a lot of things for money. And it's just, people's love for money just is a downfall of everything. So I thought that was, very telling. That situation was very telling. Also, I do like the storyline that they have with Preach. Everybody was not, well, I just ain't say everybody, but the people who I saw at the Twitter on Twitter at the time was not very happy with Preach's storyline. They thought Preach's storyline was whack, and I thought actually it was a good addition of a storyline for Preach. We do want Preach to have a happy relationship with his daughter Amina, but that's really not real life. You have to go back and think about the circumstances in which Preach got Amina. Preach, caused the demise of Amina's mom. And Amina's mom's parents are parents of, what's my boy name? Well, he was on season 1 and 2, but that was her brother. And so, now that they're missing both of their children, possibly because of Preach, of course they're going to do everything in their power to get Amina back, because basically Amina is the last piece that they have. So I thought this was a good storyline. I wish that the storyline about Coop trying to get into law, I thought it was weird, but I guess I'll follow the whole law storyline now, because that's currently what Coop wants to do. And so I feel like Coop had every intent. This show does have a bad habit of trying to make everybody a savior, and Coop was trying to save Preach from losing Amina, and she wanted to be involved, but of course Laura took her off the case. And when that man went to court, when Darius went to court and he did not file all his documents, Coop gave him everything for that reason, because she's been through it before with the court system. And he just thought he knew everything because he was X, Y, and Z educated. And sometimes that was just one of those times where street smarts and, lived experience overpowered book smart and intellectual knowledge. Like, you can't win everything in life with just intellectual knowledge and you thinking you know everything. Sometimes lived experience is just an important factor. Moving forward with Spencer and this girl Alicia from the wedding shop. I ain't really here for Spencer's thought phase. I'm not really here for Spencer's thought phase. Everybody's trying to push Spencer to be this way, and Spencer's character since the beginning has never gave out in the street. Like, Spencer has always been a relationship type guy, regardless of what happened between him and Layla. I feel like, of course, it's only, typical that they would have Olivia and Spencer go through all of that to bring us to this point, and then for them to break up. Originally, it was supposed to be over. Her writing an article and her needing to focus. But now it has become a thing, about her needing closure, which that took a real left turn, because she went from, this is not going to be the end of our story, to, we needing closure. And I feel like that's where the audience is pissed off at, because this was only supposed to be temporary. The article is done. She did everything she needed to do. So why all of a sudden Olivia need closure? And to put, the icing on the cake, Olivia is stubborn. They have made Olivia's character so stubborn. I don't think I ever realized how stubborn of a character Olivia. I know she was headstrong, and I knew that, like, if she have her mindset on something, she gonna do it. But, you know, having her be so stubborn, like, girl, we can see you want Spencer, the way you look at him. Bye. Like, girl, what's up? Like, just tell the boy how you feel. Spencer is waiting. And when did y'all, All-American writers, make Spencer not speak his mind? Spencer been speaking his mind and being involved in every single thing from the beginning. Now all of a sudden Spencer is minding his business. How y'all gonna hit the switch up with us like this? Like, I ain't gonna say I'm no All-American fan, but I watch for the significance of All-American Homecoming because I'm an All-American Homecoming fan. But I just watch that way I can, you know, be caught up with what's going on. Any event, there's a crossing over situation with the universes again. But, you know, like, I'm not here for Spencer dating that girl. I understand what y'all was trying to do, and I understand, like, that's real life. But, like, it's not real life for everybody. And that's the same situation that's happening with JR on All-American Homecoming. But we're going to stay on the topic of All-American for now. But, yeah, so, like, it's just, you know, it's crazy because, like, Spencer is trying to wife this girl, give her the red carpet treatment, and she was just like, this is just something casual. Like, that's exactly what she was giving. He went all out for her on Valentine's Day, and it was given very much, this is casual. Like, I'm not here for all of that. So Spencer had to go and take his roses and all this hard work he did and give it to Billy because Billy was being slack, which is another thing. Like, when Billy sat down with that coach and he was like, you know, it's Valentine's Day, what your wife gonna do? Billy, you just asked him that only because you forgot. Like, men really just be out here living life. They don't be thinking about nothing. Like, men have to learn how to actively date their women all the time. Like, just because y'all married don't mean that y'all gotta stop dating. Or just because you in a relationship and y'all been with this person for a while don't mean you gotta stop dating them. Like, you gotta keep the relationship. Whatever you did to get the relationship, you gotta keep doing it or more to maintain the relationship. But for some reason, I don't know, men just don't think about that. So there's that. Jordan and Layla and the whole speed dating thing. I thought it was stupid for Jordan to go on speed dating. And I don't know. And I guess maybe it'll be revealed to us later. But right now, I just don't understand why Layla is just so caught up in the vortex. Like, she's the only one who constantly mentions the vortex. I know you dated Asher and Spencer, and now you dating Jordan, but all of these 3 events was stretched out across years. It's not just like, ooh, I got a one relationship and jumped into another one with somebody else. And I do understand, but, like, if we think about it, really, that's just like when you be in high school and you might be cool with somebody else and you know this person dated them, but then, you know, it's been a while since they dated and now you come to know this person and you like them. Like, I'm just like, it just happens like that. We all, like, it happens like that. But I can see that Jordan has really likes Layla. He's been liking Layla for a while, even through his relationship with Simone. And so I guess Jordan is 10 toes down in this relationship now. And now that Layla seems like she's interested, and they made it official last episode, I don't know why Layla tried to really make Jordan jump through the ringer, you know, for Valentine's Day. I guess she says it's to protect their relationship. I mean, I can kind of see what she's saying, because once the rest of the vortex knows, everybody else does try to interject and get involved in other things. But, like, whatever works for you, sis. I don't know. I ain't really here for Jordala anyway, or Jayla, or whatever y'all want to call them. I ain't really here for them, no way. But They always got to ship somebody off. They just don't know how to let these characters be single for a little while. Meanwhile, JJ ain't had no boo since the show started. JJ ain't had no boo since the show started, and everybody has been in and out of relationships. But anyway, on to JJ. I don't know. JJ, I guess, it's his freshman year of college, and he just partying, like, period. Like, I don't know what is to say is about JJ. Like, JJ do need to get his affairs in order, though. Like, as a student athlete, he's supposed to have way more sport academic balance, and he just don't. And then he fall into the sway of his frat, which we didn't even know JJ was in a frat. We didn't even get no kind of Greek life experience through JJ. So now JJ's in this frat, and JJ has been obsessively drinking, which is also not good. And he's not taking him being a football player serious. And so now that Asher's the coach, or the recruiter coach, he done recruited somebody from Crenshaw to take JJ plot. And JJ says that, oh, he's going to take it serious. Oh, he's going to do that. He's going to do this. Asher waited outside in the car for him to see if he was going to go to work out. And he got all the way to the gym and didn't work out. So I'm interested to see what Asher's going to say to him, or what's going to follow next episode with that. Because with Jabari coming, I think I like where the storyline is going as far as adding Jabari to the cast. Hopefully, that'll be good, because, I feel like, how they introduced him. Let me stop saying, I feel like how they introduced him was a great segue for him entering the show. And then I guess his character was so well received that they're deciding to make him a part of the Manta Rays, or the Stingrays, or whatever Coastal California's mascot is, or team name is. But yeah, I think that's all for All American. Y'all know they tugging at a heartstring. Like, they're sitting and reading the tweets saying they laughing because, everybody is so, like, obsessed with Spellivia. But y'all know they gonna make us work for this. Y'all know they gonna have to pull in and they know that we gonna keep watching as long as Spellivia is being tossed around. So my prediction is, I think Spellivia will get back together before the end of season 5. But of course, it's got to be an uphill thing with them, and see how everything that happens with this whole article. The school year is almost over. It's spring semester now, so that's that. Oh, one more thing. I definitely think that Billy's teammate told Coach Garrett what the tea was, because there's no way he just up and leave before, he gets fired. So they do that whole press conference and everything, and then all of a sudden he's like, I know I said we was gonna have some exciting news today, but I am stating right now that I am resigning as the head coach of Golden Angeles, boo, 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 and assistant coach who recruited Spencer and who was supposed to be friends with Spencer's daddy was like, what? Are you serious right now? So he was totally blindsided. So I'm interested to see, like, what's going to happen, because I want to know what Spencer and Jordan think about it, or even the rest of the team for that matter, because I wonder if Spencer is going to take it upon himself, him and Jordan, to tell the other coach what's been going on, and if he's going to believe it, because he may not know. Coach Garrett might have left him in the dark about everything. And then Coach Garrett, by resigning, doing the power play, that takes away from what Olivia wanted to do, because he's willfully leaving. So now basically Olivia's article has no meaning. So what's going to happen now moving forward with the article? So that's just my thoughts on All American. I kind of went out of order with everything, but I think that's the gist of everything. Stay tuned for my homecoming review that should be coming sometime later. And like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you think down below. Deuces.